Guardians of Entertainment Worldwide. I'm here with Grutle of Norway's Enslaved. Please correct me if I say your name incorrectly.
You wouldn't be able to say it anyway, so that's cool. But it's Grutle Kjellson.
But how's the tour been going for you guys so far?
Very well, actually. We got along well with the crew of Demo and the guys in Demo. I've known them since early 90s, so pretty much friends from before. We just had a European leg of the tour before we went on this one, so everybody was kind of used to each other's faces and did really, know where to step and not to step and stuff like that. So
yeah, it's good to tour with familiar faces.
Oh,
right?
absolutely. So everything's pretty smooth. The shows have been great.
Oh, that's good.
Canada's been awesome.
Oh, that's great.
The first time we played Calgary and Edmonton, and today Vancouver. So looking forward to that. So.
That's great. A lot of people are excited to see you guys.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Have you had a chance to sightsee at all?
Very little.
Oh, that's too
and,
bad.
I mean, that's the way it is. Long distances, and you gotta have some sleep, and a few days off, and once you get to a venue, you just have to wait for the sound check. Maybe have a walk for like a half an hour. That's about it. So.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, I mean that's too bad, but that's just the way it is, and kind of used to that. But all people at home think, oh, you're gonna see so much, and there's no fucking way. We see the inside of the bus like 70% of the time.
70% of the time, yeah.
Or inside the venue. So yeah. apart from the actual live show, it's pretty boring.
With your new album out, Axioma Ethica Odini, do you mind giving the fans and myself a story behind what the album means to you personally?
Well, it means it really means a lot to me. It's the 11th album, and one might think that it's kind of difficult to be motivated for starting to work on an album again. And again and again, that's the way we have done. But we have always been able to find motivation in just being creative, like trying to make our own contemporary favorite music. And I think we have succeeded this time as well. I mean, even in a lot stronger way than we have done on the last couple of albums, I feel, because we had a lot more time to do this the way we wanted to do it, because we had a tour that got cancelled, and suddenly we had 4 or 5 months extra to work on arrangements. And I'm really proud of everything. I'm really proud of the arrangements. I'm really proud of the production, the lyrics. I mean, much more confident on the result, and look at it. The expectations that people had. I was really confident that people would like it this time, actually.
Yeah.
I was not that curious about the response, so yeah. Probably one of the proudest. I mean, they're difficult to rate,
yeah.
the albums, but I feel more proud and confident, much more than I've done maybe for the last 10 years.
Yeah, the album is phenomenal, by the way.
Oh,
I bought it when it came out here and instantly went into the car and pretty much lives in my car stereo. So.
Thank you. That's great.
From the latest album, do you have a favorite song that you feel more attached to than others?
Well, that also differs a lot. Right now, it's probably the song is Idol, because it functions very well live.
Oh, cool.
It's a good live song. It has turned out to be a good live song. I mean, you never know that until you have played them like 20 times, something like that. I mean, it takes a while. It takes a while. And yeah, that and the song "The Beacon" is really starting to sound good live. So it's always the songs that you enjoy the most. Is I mean, everything can sound great on a recording on a CD, but it's a really big difference. I mean, you really just see it until you have it has to be proven. The song has to prove itself as a good live song.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And so far it's live. That might change,
That's awesome. With the fan video contest that you had for the latest video, during the month of September. What kind of thoughts or ideas went through your head when deciding which video would be the winning video?
I was actually pretty easy. The winning video was really, really outstanding compared to all the rest of them, actually.
Oh, that's good.
And just as well with the second and the third. They were like, those three videos were kind of the clear top three.
Okay.
So, I'm not saying that all the other ones sucked, but I mean, in quality,
Yeah.
those three were standing.
In the devotion that went into each of those three videos, it shows. That's really great. With the writing process for Enslaved, what kind of inspiration do you guys dwell on for more or less?
I mean, speaking of lyrically, it can be anything. I mean, it's just going to be a little. It's like well, I just need a spark to and suddenly a thinking or thoughts process starts, and that can go on for like maybe 15 minutes or maybe even 10 years. It really depends. I mean, you just store it there, and you'll use those ideas when the time is right.
I guess it depends too what's around.
Yeah,
you
exactly. I mean, I had the lyrics for, or the ideas for the lyrics for Etika Odini, the song Etika Odini. Probably had those ideas for 15, 16 years.
Oh wow.
So, I mean, it can be practically anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be something you see. It can be a movie. It can be someone you're talking to. It can be some guy being bidding up on the street. I mean, it can be.
Who knows? There'll be a song of this interview.
Something that initially gets you thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And well, it might be a weird process, and it might take years before it's like the ideas are completed, and you find connections to other stuff. If you find the right connections to the mythology,
Mm-hmm.
for instance, psychology,
Yeah.
metaphysics, stuff like that. So, but most of the lyrics are like kind of ideas that I have, you know, from a couple of months back, or maybe 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, that's great.
It's just a matter of have the time to write them down.
Yeah. What made you decide, now that you mentioned that Etika Odini, you had the inspiration of those lyrics like from 15 years ago? What made this album break through to hit this album?
Well, it's actually I was listening to Eva would send me some MP3s with the riffs and the program runs, and I just when I heard the riffs from that song, it just like, aha, there it is. I'm going to use this. I mean,
it's complete.
Yeah, it's complete. Now it's complete. I mean, it took 15 years, but still.
Everything
They
amazing takes time.
They become unity. So.
That's awesome, though.
Well, it's really about just the plan is the only plan is like then don't have a plan. Just go with the flow.
Exactly.
I mean, I mean, having a certain plan of how to sound, a specific goal really kills the creativity. I mean, that's something we avoid. I mean, we've never done that, and will be the quite opposite of the Enslaved philosophy. So.
This might kind of relate in the same question, but what kind of aspects keep you pushing Enslaved more and more every day?
I mean, it's just the love of music, the love of playing live.
Okay.
For us, I mean, we've done music like for more than half of our lives, so it's a really the only thing not the only thing, but it's the most important thing in our lives. I mean, it's our job, and we love doing music. We love making music, arranging music, write music, and play music live. That's the whole motivation right there. Even if we live very, how shall I put it? It's not actually a luxury. If you can imagine 50 people living here, it's not exactly.
A little crowded at times, but
it's not the royal suite at Hilton, so to speak. It's almost like the neighborhood here. No, it's not that bad.
Nothing's that bad as outside Hastings Street. No.
It's a little better than living as a hobo in the winter. So.
Yeah, there we go.
But it's slightly better.
You get a nice heated bus at least.
Yeah,
there we go.
We got heat.
Tonight, any teasers or spoilers of what new material that may be on the set list?
Well, it's only 6 songs, so
oh, really?
there's a support slot, but it's 3 new songs.
Oh, that's great. Awesome. Do you guys have any rituals or like little things that you do before you go on stage, like to wish yourselves luck or anything on a good
Well, we
performance?
do a little warm-up session. Especially me and Herman do the warm up the vocals and have some brandy or preferably cognac if you can get it. Maybe a couple of beers. Not every day, but if it's available.
Yeah.
Do that for like 1 hour, something like that, and a couple of handshakes and let's go, boys.
Cool.
Yeah. Go Canada. Go Canucks. So.
Well, I don't think they're doing too well right now, but that's not important.
I watched the game last night. They lost 7-1 against the Blackhawks.
Probably.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, usually what happens is they do really well in the games and they see that they're doing well, so they get kind of cocky, then they start to lose.
I mean, in Europe they were considered the favorites to win the whole Stanley Cup this year. Actually.
Oh, really?
And you don't lose to Chicago at home ground if you're going to win the Stanley Cup.
Live in that shame.
Well, sorry about that.
That's okay. I live for metal, that's okay. Hockey's just kind of like the secondary. But after this tour, what is in store for Enslaved?
That's going to be, well, actually right after this tour, we will finish in Quebec City at the 14th of December. Okay. And on the 15th, we're flying straight from New York to India.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty wow. It's a 15-hour flight.
15-hour flight,
15-hour flight, so it's going to be, at least some cooks on Michael and see you in India. 3 shows in India, in Pune and Mumbai, I think, and Delhi.
Have you guys ever toured there before, or is this like a first time?
No, it was the second time. We did 2 shows in 2007.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty amazing, good crowd, lots of people.
Great.
Of course, there is lots of people in India.
Yeah.
So, yeah, lots of people are into metal as well.
Yeah, that's great. Any other tour plans? Like, have you guys ever toured to Japan or
I've never been in
Middle
Japan,
East?
actually, no.
Oh, really?
No. I mean, not in the Middle East either. I mean, not many bands go to the Middle East.
No, not very often.
No, I mean, there are some bands that play Israel or Dubai, Turkey, but apart from that,
not so much.
I mean, you don't have like a 3-week tour in Saudi Arabia or in Iraq.
Like, yes.
I mean, we have a couple of months break when we come after Christmas, after New Year's Eve. The first shows are in April.
Oh, wow.
There's another European tour coming up.
That'll be cool.
And then the festival season starts.
Well, thank you for taking the time to do this interview for MetalTitans.com. Before we finish up here, is there anything you would like to send out to the fans or promote at this particular time for the band?
Well, I would just like to say that finally we are able to play here in Vancouver. We had got loads of requests all over the years. We had people from Vancouver coming down to our shows in Portland and Seattle. Yeah. And we finally made it. And looking forward to play for you guys. And
awesome.
Thanks a lot for the support over the years.
Awesome, you're welcome. Tusen takk.
Tusen takk.